Alligators are born August, September, so around that time we can safely guess that that's about when he was born, so he'll be 27 then. He was born here in captivity. I'm sure there's some form of record somewhere. I just don't personally know it. I'm going on what I was told. He really is about 10 feet long, and about 380. I might be conservative with that. He's a big guy. He's a male or a bull gator, and that actually means he's not going to grow, and this guy's got the potential to grow pretty much his whole life. On average, they're going to live 40 to 60 years. We think we just flat out don't know a lot about them. How are you going to track a gator that's going to live 60 years? You probably have to will them to finish up. And that's an average. These guys can surpass 100 years of age. But the books that I've read, they say 40 to 60 years of age, but he's still pretty young. He's still got a couple feet to grow. Now, on a yearly basis, he's not putting on a lot of noticeable length. It's going to work out to a half inch, maybe an inch per year. But if he can make it to 60 years of age, that's another couple. We've got one that's supposed to be about 14 foot. We've got another one that's not near as long, but he's probably our heaviest gator. He's probably 900 pounds, maybe 1,000. He's at least 900. And you can see him when he comes up, his girth is just far greater than any other gator out there. We call him Victor. He's got a V notched into his snout, so V for Victor. You can kind of identify them, just like cattlemen, you know, they can kind of tell who's who as far as their cows. I can kind of identify about half of the gators in there just because I've looked at them so much. Now Charlie, this guy's lazy. He's probably going to be the laziest gator you set eyes on. As a matter of fact, he's sleeping. Yeah, he's sleeping, and that's only right because they're more of a nocturnal animal anyway. So during the days when they're just relaxing, he's actually Durham or scoop. So that's all those little spikes you see sticking up. That's an individual bone, and basically its purpose is to act as a solar panel, the prehistoric solar panel. Heat pretty quickly due to that dark color. Now, what's going on underneath these bones is that a network of blood vessels that runs all underneath these bones as well. So for hours and hours at a time, this guy's going to circulate blood across that bone several hundred times, and this is how he's able to warm up every inch of his body. It actually works so well and so efficiently at removing the heat from the sun that these guys don't have to typically get out of the water. Take a look at most of those pretty quickly. Now, a secondary feature, hard, dense bone. These guys actually have soft sides and a soft underbelly, and so having this hard, dense bone on top, it kind of acts as armor, I guess. So that'd be a secondary feature. Did he wake up? Now, this guy, although he probably will never show it, he can run about 25 miles per hour. It's 25 to 30 mile per hour top speed. He's probably quarters of his own body length, so in his case, that's 7.5 feet straight up. This guy's able to grab birds right off the branches. Typically at night when he's awake and the birds are sleeping, roosting right there at the edge of the water, just a few feet off the water's edge, he can explode up and grab one. Charlie, you gotta wake up now. Now when these guys are first born, they actually start off pretty small. They start off about 8 inches long, so they're tiny. Now when they are first born, they're born with all their teeth. A mother gator's gonna lay anywhere from 20 to 60 eggs. Happy to see you too. So 20 to 60 eggs are laid on average, but the most I've read about was over 90. So they do have the ability to lay quite a few.
The camera.
Now that mother gator, she's going to try to have as many babies as possible. And the reason for that is it's a very low success rate for those babies to actually make it to adulthood. She's going to lose a lot. As a matter of fact, she'll lose about 90% of them. And so she tries to have as many as possible. She could have 50 babies crawling around her, and she'll end up with 5 or 6 that make it to reproduce in adulthood. So very low success rate. Now these babies, they are going to stick with her for about 3 hours straight from an egg. These babies are ready to hunt. Now the mother, she keeps them around for so long, but then she's got to get rid of them. And the reason for that is they are growing quite a bit as a young gator. I'll show you guys some of the marks he has. He's bigger, so he didn't really feel it, but they are aggressive even at that age. Now, this is my favorite part, talking about the mouth. So 80 teeth. Each tooth you're looking at comes to a point, cone shape, no square chewing teeth, no molar. This guy's mouth isn't designed to chew like ours. It's designed maybe a year and a half, and then it falls out. So it's a revolving door of teeth on this guy. This guy lost 2 last week, so I've got the bigger one here. I don't know what happened to the smaller one. Go through over 2,000 teeth in that span, so that's quite a bit of teeth. Now, Now inside his mouth, he's super sensitive to touch. He's hypersensitive. Slightest touch usually triggers a reflex for him to close his mouth, and it happens pretty quickly. It can happen as quick as 1/20th of a second. Pretty fast. That's a heck of a reflex. So this won't be an aggressive act.
Oh!
That's just a reflex act.
Woo!
This is one of those don't try this at home moments.
Oh!
They better wait, Charlie.
Oh!
Nerve of steel.
Woo! Woo!
This is what blocks off the water. This is why you can't see the hole to his throat. And so that gives him the ability to sit there mouth open or bite underwater or do whatever he wants underwater and not drown himself. And so he sits there. That bait is the algae. He's not going to allow this. He's not going to necessarily go after you. He's going to want to get away because they have a fear of him. You can pull him out of the water. Now he's got to defend himself. He's ready to fight. And so by poking and jabbing at him, he's going to get a reaction. He's going to lunge at you and try and bite you. He's going to swing his tail. Well, you do this about 10 or 15 minutes. It harasses him to the point of exhaustion. It allows you a chance to work with. He doesn't normally respond too bad. We've already, I think, had 2 shows today, so he's okay. But I'm going to do bulldog and alligator. I'm going to do it first, and I'll explain what I did. You guys will kind of catch on. So a guy would tie a rope around his waist, tied at the rear. Alright, so that's bulldog and alligator. Now you guys saw this unless they were close to home and had some help. Now the next thing I'm going to do is a little more dangerous. This one's called the face-off, or it's also known as a close shave. It's kind of a 2-part trick, makes for good video and pictures. Regardless of what happens to me, just keep rolling.